The NBA is built on stories of greatness. Championships, legendary performances, buzzer beaters, and iconic rivalries dominate the headlines. Fans are constantly reminded of the glory, the success, and the larger-than-life personalities that make the league one of the most popular sports organizations in the world. But behind the highlight reels and championship celebrations lies a much darker reality. Throughout NBA history, there have been stories of tragedy, violence, betrayal, addiction, and mystery that rarely receive the same attention as the league's biggest stars. Some of these stories are so disturbing that they feel more like crime documentaries than sports history. Today, we're diving into some of the darkest NBA stories mainstream media rarely talks about. One of the most heartbreaking stories in basketball history is the death of Len Bias. In 1986, the Boston Celtics selected Bias with the second overall pick in the NBA draft. At the time, he was considered one of the most talented prospects basketball had ever seen. Many scouts believed he was the only player capable of rivaling Michael Jordan's potential dominance. The Celtics, already one of the league's strongest teams, viewed him as the future face of the franchise and the bridge to a new era. But just 2 days after being drafted, Bias suffered a fatal cardiac arrhythmia caused by cocaine use and died at the age of 22. He never played a single NBA game. The tragedy devastated his family, shocked the sports world, and left basketball fans wondering what could have been. Many historians believe that his death significantly altered the future of the Celtics and changed the trajectory of NBA history itself. Another tragic story is that of Lorenzen Wright, a respected NBA veteran who played 13 seasons in the league. In July 2010, Wright suddenly disappeared, leaving family members and friends searching for answers. 10 days later, authorities discovered his body in a wooded area outside Memphis. He had been shot multiple times. The investigation that followed became one of the most shocking criminal cases involving a professional athlete. Years later, prosecutors accused Wright's ex-wife, 𝐀𝐤 Wright, of playing a role in the murder. The case revealed allegations involving financial disputes, insurance money, and betrayal by people closest to him. What makes the story particularly disturbing is that Wright survived years of professional competition and physical battles on the basketball court, only to become the victim of a calculated murder offense. The story of Delonte West serves as a reminder that success and wealth do not protect people from personal struggles. West enjoyed a successful NBA career and played alongside some of the league's biggest stars, including LeBron James. During his playing days, he earned millions of dollars and appeared to be living the dream that countless athletes chase their entire lives. However, after his career ended, West faced severe mental health challenges, substance abuse issues, and financial difficulties. Over time, videos began circulating online showing him homeless and struggling in public. Instead of sparking widespread conversations about mental health, many people turned his situation into a source of entertainment. His story exposed a harsh reality about professional sports. Fame can disappear quickly, and the support systems that surround athletes during their careers often vanish when they need them most. Perhaps no NBA mystery is stranger than the disappearance of Bison Dele. Dele was a talented center who won an NBA championship with the Chicago Bulls and earned millions during his career. In a move that surprised many, he retired while still relatively young and chose to travel the world rather than continue playing basketball. In 2002, Dele embarked on a sailing trip through the South Pacific with his girlfriend and his brother. Shortly afterward, all three disappeared. Investigators later suspected that Dele's brother may have murdered both Dele and his girlfriend before vanishing himself. No bodies were ever recovered, and many questions remain unanswered. More than 2 decades later, the case remains one of the most unsettling mysteries connected to professional basketball. A former NBA champion simply vanished, leaving behind a story that sounds almost impossible to believe. Allen Iverson's story reveals another dark side of professional sports that often goes unnoticed. Iverson was one of the most influential players in NBA history. His style, confidence, and electrifying performances made him a cultural icon. During his career, he earned well over $100 million through contracts and endorsements. Yet reports later emerged suggesting that he faced significant financial difficulties after retirement. While the exact details varied, his situation highlighted a larger problem affecting many professional athletes. Players who grow up in challenging circumstances can suddenly find themselves responsible for enormous wealth without the financial education needed to manage it effectively. Expensive lifestyles, poor investments, and pressure from friends and family can quickly drain fortunes that once seemed endless. Iverson's story became a cautionary tale about the hidden challenges that accompany fame and success. Another dark chapter in NBA history occurred on November 19, 2004, during an infamous event now known as the Malice at the Palace. What began as a heated game between the Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons quickly descended into complete chaos. After a fan threw a drink at Pacers player Ron Artest, a massive confrontation erupted between players and spectators. The situation spiraled out of control as punches were exchanged and security struggled to restore order. The incident shocked the world and became one of the most controversial moments in sports history. Beyond the shocking images, however, the event had long-lasting consequences. Several players involved later described the emotional and psychological impact the incident had on their lives. Careers were altered, reputations were damaged, and the NBA spent years attempting to move past the event. While these stories differ in many ways, they all point to a larger truth that often remains hidden behind the glamour of professional basketball. Fans see athletes performing in packed arenas, signing massive contracts, and living lifestyles that seem unimaginable. What they don't always see are the pressures, personal battles, and tragedies that can exist behind the scenes. Mental health struggles, financial hardship, addiction, family conflicts, and public scrutiny affect NBA players just as they affect everyone else. The difference is that athletes often endure these challenges under an intense spotlight, with millions of people watching every success and every mistake. The darkest NBA story may not be any single tragedy on this list. Instead, it may be the realization that many athletes suffer silently while the public only sees the highlights. Behind every championship celebration and every iconic moment, there are human beings dealing with real problems, real fears, and real consequences. The deaths of Len Bias and Lorenzen Wright, the disappearance of Bison Dele, the struggles of Delonte West, and the fallout from the Malice at the Palace remind us that basketball is more than a game. These stories are not simply sports stories, they are human stories, and sometimes they reveal a side of the NBA that is far darker than anything that happens on the court. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the hidden stories of sports history. And let me know in the comments, which NBA story do you think deserves more attention? Because the deeper you look into the history of the league, the more fascinating and sometimes disturbing the stories become.